This morning we are moving our meat birds from their temporary living facility to their permanent, to their pasture facility basically. What we're gonna do is we collect the birds, put them in here, take them out to their other location. You can see these guys have gotten pretty big to be in here. They're okay, but of course they're soiling this much faster than I can keep up with it. And they're pretty much well feathered out now, so they can go outside and deal with some cooler weather. I would have preferably got them out about 4 or 5 days ago, but we have had really rainy weekends, and I don't like to put them out on the pasture when it's really cold and rainy. Today and tomorrow and the next day are supposed to be fairly warm in the 80s and 70s with nighttime lows only in the 50s. Even some 60s. So it's much better for them to have some acclimation like that. Coming from a nice covered up area where there's no wind, no rain, no anything, to going outside, it could be a shock to their system. So I like to try and do that kind of slowly and give them the best opportunity to adjust. So what I got to do is catch these guys, put them in this bin, cover it up with a blanket so that they don't freak out while I'm doing it. Basically, we take this towel or this blanket, we put it over top, open it up like this, and then we can drop them in there. As we grab them, you can tell that they're not happy about it. But once you put them in there, they calm down. They're okay. Now, this sounds awful, but it doesn't hurt them at all. They're perfectly good. They're just a little stressed out because they're not used to being tangled. All right. Some of them are louder than others, but as you can see, it's healthy. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just mad that she's getting picked up. All right. As long as they have this cover over them, they calm down right away. It's dark in there. All right, you're fine. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to put too many that they jump on each other, and scratch each other, and hurt each other. So, that's that. Take the camera here. See, there's far fewer in there now. And these guys are in here doing just fine. All right, so I'm going to load them up into the truck, drive them down, and I'll show you where they go. As you can see, the tarp over the winter, this is our 3rd year of having this chicken tractor. Definitely took a beating, so we're going to replace this afternoon. For right now, they've got shade in the back quarter of the area, and I'm going to bring another tarp out and just throw it over top to keep them shaded for the day. But we'll permanently replace that. You can see I already took one batch out here. They're already in, checking out the grass. They have water. I'll of course bring food out to them. They'll have food in here, and this is where they'll be for the next 5 weeks. What we do is we have a rope here, and I move this. So if you notice, it's a square. It's got some wheels on the back. If I pull it forward, I basically bring the back of it to where the front is now to clear out the square that they were on, give them a new square of grass. We do that every day. We walk them through the yard. And then the goal is at the end, we'll have them way up there by that tree, because that tree is where we hang their processing cones and where we process them. So over the next 5 weeks, these guys will move around, maybe 4 weeks, depending on how quickly they grow out. They'll move around, they'll get grass, they'll get bugs. They'll get to be chickens, right? They'll get to eat worms, scratch at the dirt that's underneath this chicken tractor, and get new pasture every day. They're not free range because, first of all, meat birds are not the strongest animals, right? They die easily, and they're extraordinarily slow and lethargic when they get older. In another couple weeks, they'll barely be running around. And they become magnets for predators. So you have to put them in some sort of protection. This is a pretty good protection for them. They've got plenty of space. You know, they can move around. We can move this cage every day, like I said, sometimes twice a day, give them fresh grass. And that way they're constantly getting that fresh pasture, but without having any of the risks of being on pasture. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab the basket of chickens that we just captured. Give you a quick look at them. You'll see that as we move them, see they kind of hunker down and ball up together. They know what to do once the bin gets moving. They know how to protect themselves. So we're going to take these guys, bring them over there, set them in, and then let them be with their brethren. All right, here they all are. You see they're all huddled up. They're a little scared. They don't really know what's going on, but you can notice that some of them are already picking away at the ground. See these ones over here in the corner. That's what they'll do. They'll get in here. Within one day, this grass will be trimmed down to very, very short. They'll eat most of this grass. They'll eat definitely any bugs, any critters that are in here. And they're gonna be happy. They like being out on pasture. Chickens definitely are happiest when they're picking around at stuff and can scratch the ground and chase bugs. So we like having our chickens like this. These meat birds, while they're not long-term pets or members of the property here, kind of like our egg layers are, or even the pigs for that matter. The pigs stay an awful long time, right? They're here almost, 9 months or whatever. These guys are only here for a month and a half, 2 months. But while they're here, it's important to us that they're taken care of well, they're happy, they're fed well, and that they're treated humanely. So yeah, we keep them protected, but still as free as possible. We also give them feed. Cornish cross just require tons and tons and tons of feed. They eat nonstop as much as they can get their mouths on. So we've got food here. And then of course, lots and lots of water. So this 5-gallon bucket with little waterers is in here. And we'll make sure that that's filled all the time with fresh water for them. So the chickens are in here. They're happy, they're comfortable. You can see some of them are starting to venture out, look around, see what's happening. They definitely are interested usually as to what they can, get to eat. The dog oftentimes is interested in the chickens and seeing what's going on with all these animals. Right, bud? You're a good farm dog, huh? Yeah, you're a good boy. But yeah, so, okay. Just wanted to kind of give a little rundown on how we take care of our meat chickens. We've had people ask before, where do we keep them? What do we do with them? How do we raise them? How long do we raise them? Those kind of questions. So I think I've answered most of that. We keep them out here. They stick around for 7 to 8 weeks. We raise these from hatchlings, right? We get them when they're a day or 2 days old from a hatchery, but so we don't hatch the eggs ourselves. But as soon as we get the chicks, they stay with us from, that first meal that they get at 1 or 2 days old till we process them when they're at the proper weight. And we try to keep them happy and comfortable. So like I said earlier, we'll cover the tarp, another tarp here at some point today. Keep them protected from the sun so they don't get overheated, but they'll be here for the next few weeks. If you are interested in how I built this chicken tractor, I do have a video series of that when I built it a couple years ago. I'll put a link in one of the corners. I can't remember which corner. YouTube puts that in, but I'll put a link up there so you can follow along if you'd like, and you could build one for yourself. I really like this chicken tractor model. It works great. The wheels come up and down. There's a bolt back there that allows me to lift and lower the wheels. That makes it real easy to move. The chickens, after a day or so, get very used to the tractor moving, and as soon as I come over, they'll start moving forward to the tractor because they know the tractor is going to start moving. So this thing works really, really well. And when you have the tarp covering the back 2/3 there, it's even in the rain, the chickens stay nice and dry. They stay comfortable. There's no problems. So I will, once again, have that link up there. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Any other thoughts, please do add them. I like talking to you guys. If you enjoy this video and want to see more about how we raise our animals and what we got going on here for gardens, animals, forestry management, all that stuff that we're doing, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Like this video. If you do subscribe, click the little bell and you'll get notified when we release new videos. All right, well, thanks again for watching, everyone. Have a good one.